Hello and welcome to the CUFI Weekly. I am your host, Kasim Hafeez. Hello and welcome to another episode of the CUFI Weekly. And this week, Israelis will mark Yom Hazikaron, the memorial day for Israel's fallen soldiers and victims of terrorism, and Yom Ha'atzmaut, Israel's Independence Day. And the 2 days are back to back, and there is a significance to that which I think we can all pause and reflect on, because it is so important. For 2 minutes, Israelis will pause and remember all those who have fallen in defense of the state of Israel, those who have fought against terrorism, and those who are murdered simply for being Israeli. In the last 2 years, Yom Hazikaron has taken on a new significance, with the IDF fighting in Gaza against Hamas terrorists, with hostages still being held. We cannot forget the pain that Israelis have had to live with since its rebirth, of terrorism, of violence, of the threat of terrorism. And there's something very unique about Israel when it comes to Israel's Memorial Day, and I wish that we looked at it similarly here in the United States. When an Israeli looks at an image of a fallen soldier, they don't see someone's son or daughter. They don't see a stranger who simply served their country. They see their own son and daughter in that image. They see somebody who stood in a spot that they have stood in their lifetime. As all Israelis do national service, many have served in the IDF, so they have stood there in that uniform. Their children have stood there in that uniform, or their children will stand there in that uniform. And it quite easily could have been them who was asked to make that sacrifice. So when Israelis mourn a fallen soldier, it's not just another fallen soldier, it's a son and daughter. And it's deeply personal, because they have all had to experience loss and suffering. Israel is a tiny country. There is no one who has not been touched by conflict, by war, by terrorism. There's not a single person who does not know is related or connected to somebody who didn't come home, whether they were fighting against terrorists in Gaza or Lebanon, or they simply went to catch the bus and never returned because of terrorism. This is Israel's reality. Yet even amongst this, even amongst the threats and dangers and constant terrorism, Israel still thrives. And how can we truly appreciate what a miracle Israel is? How can we truly celebrate what Israel means if we don't pause first to reflect on what has been sacrificed for the state? What has been sacrificed simply to be a free people in their own land? What is continually sacrificed to be a free people in their ancestral homeland? The story is not yet done, and while Israel's triumphs, its developments, its absolute miracle of existence and what it has achieved in such a short time, we can never forget. We should also never forget that it has not come easy. It has come at a price, and that price has been heavy. And even today, Israeli families pay that price. And we should not forget the parallels between Israel and our own story. The United States fought the British for independence. It fought against overwhelming odds, and it has achieved miraculous things. Likewise, Israel has done even more so in a hostile neighborhood, with neighbors constantly trying to destroy the country, seeking any opportunity to murder its people. Israel has not only survived, it has thrived. And what is even more powerful about the Israeli story is that with the hatred it's faced, the wars that it has had thrust upon it, the sons and daughters that it has had to bury, the painful concessions and decisions it has tried to make for peace, Israel has never allowed the hate of its enemies to shape who they are as a people. It has never allowed the hate and malice of its enemies to dictate what it means to be an Israeli. And that is an incredibly powerful thing. After fighting wars against Egypt in 67 and 73, after burying their sons after the Yom Kippur War, the moment Egypt was ready for peace, when it extended a hand, Israel did not hesitate. It reciprocated. Anytime Israel's neighbors have reached out a hand in peace, even with the pain caused, even with the painful memories, Israel has never backed away to make peace in the Middle East. And ultimately, as I wish, and everyone at CUFI wishes, Israel a very happy Independence Day, a very happy Yom Ha'atzmaut, let us not remember the sacrifices made for the Jewish state, continually made for the Jewish state, for this beacon of hope and light in a region where terror, fear, and intolerance are the norm. Let's not forget the sacrifices made for that, and let us never forget the incredible Israeli spirit, which drained the swamps of the land of Israel, which fought back malaria, which made the desert bloom, which turned a land into a startup nation, and which year on year defies all the normal parameters of what should happen to a country which is put in the situation that Israel is. And we can never ever forget the role we have to play standing by Israel's side in moments of hurt and in moments of joy. And that is why I invite you all to join us at the CUFI Washington DC Summit, our 20th summit, and this year is more important than ever.